Okay, perfect. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with Martin from France, please.
Hi. Um, how would you describe your character evolution in season two, and what changed since we last saw them?
I think with John, the evolution of his machismo, his confidence, his just level of focus as a character changes drastically over season two, over the second season. He opens up in a fragile state, kind of lost, because at the end of the first season, we see him with all these questions still from everything that happened, and Quiet basically ditching him and running off on her own after he invested so much in her. So,
In let's be real clear. They wouldn't let her inside the city. Once she arrived,
she did.
I was not allowed. I think I would have loved to have gone with you.
She ditched him.
But
so he has to start over again and find and remake his world over after he was kicked to the curb by the woman he loves.
Well, I don't know what show you watch.
Oh, right. Yeah, missed that. Yeah. Kicked to the curb.
I think Quiet's evolved because over the course of season one, it was really a revenge story for her. She was trying to avenge her brother's death. And then when that's resolved for her, then after John goes into into New San Francisco, she's sort of left by herself again. And what is she going to do in the world? I mean, he's, as far as anyone knows, in our world, nobody comes out of these cities. Once you're inside the walls, you're one of the lucky ones. So for all intents and purposes, Quiet doesn't think she's ever going to see John again. So she's got to kind of move on. And in her moving on, she gets captured by the dolls, and Dollface just happens to be John's sister. So in season two, I think you're going to see Quiet sort of, instead of her story being one about revenge, she's trying to kind of make the world a better place for everyone. She's a little naive in that way. And I think she has a very good heart. But I think she needs somebody like John to be a partner with her, because she's very idealistic. And when you have somebody that's really idealistic like that, you need someone that's more realistic and understands how to survive in that world. And I don't know that Quiet always knows how to do that without John by her side.
There's nothing wrong with being a partner and a love interest. Why can't you just love somebody and cuddle them and take care of them and be their partner?
It's a bit of what season two is about. Yeah.
No.
Anthony comes at these discussions really thinking about his character. You have to really understand that, like, this is somebody who's really committed to his character storyline and knows his character storyline inside and out, and is absolutely thinking about it with, like, that's why his performances are so honest, because he's thinking about it from John's perspective at all times, even though he's an executive producer. Isn't that crazy?
She's trying to make up for kicking John to the curb.
All right, we'll move to Felipe with Brazil.
Hello, guys. Such an honor to be here, and I love the show because it has such a fast pacing, and it doesn't leave time to waste. And we see the characters developing so fast and going on so fast, so the audience can't just wait for things to happen, and it goes on and goes on. And I would like to know if we can see more fast pacing development from Quiet and John on the second season.
I think so. I think the speed of the script is incredibly fast. I think the editing also helps with the speed of the show and how quickly things happen. But it's also like the world that they're in is just everything is happening. It's all coming at you at all times, and you got to be on your toes. One of my favorite things about these scripts and about this show and the second season is that I don't think the audience is ahead of us most of the time. That can be difficult, I think, as an audience member, to feel like, oh God, I know what's going to happen. Now I have to wait 4 episodes for it to happen. This is much more anticipatory in that, like, I want to see this happen and I hope it does, but I really don't know if it's going to, because I just cannot map out how this show is going to go. It is so off the wall and so unhinged and so bonkers that there's no way to know where it's going next.
We'll go to Federico and from Argentina.
Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Anthony. This is Federico Lisica from Argentina, Página 12.
Hi.
Nice to talk to you. Well, you have been talking about partnership and love interest. I have picked some great characters of pop culture, and you have to pick one of these one, or you can say another one that could be a good sidekick for Quiet and for John Doe.
Okay.
Okay.
You have to pick it. Max Roktansky from Mad Max, Leonard Shelby from Memento, Kowalski from Vanishing Point, or Snake Plissken from Escape from New York and LA.
Sidekick. Your own sidekick. Who do you want?
I would say the dude from The Big Lebowski.
Answer.
I feel like the two of them would have a great, great time and many adventures together.
I'm gonna go with. I was thinking about Frances McDormand's character in Fargo. I think that would be
Yes.
perhaps not fully pregnant.
No.
As someone who has had a baby, I understand the pain of being pregnant. I don't think I would want. I would want to get her like maybe post pregnancy or pre, because
But
it
the
sucks
joy.
to be in a car like 9 months pregnant in those cars.
Oh,
no, with no.
no, dear God, no. That would be a disaster.
Yeah.
Great answers. Thank you.
All right, Boris from France, please.
Hi, Anthony. Hi, Stephanie. What do you think Twisted Metal resonates so strongly with fans, and are you ready for San Diego Comic-Con, which begins today?
I'm very excited for Comic-Con. I think it's such an amazing thing in general for people to have access to, I don't know, each other, their communities that they've built. I mean, there's a lot of people that are really, really, really they connect with shows and television and entertainment on a level that is really special, and I think it's an amazing, incredible place for them to express that. You see so many people put in so many hours for like costumes and what do they call it? Cosplay, yeah. And it's like, it's amazing. It's really amazing to see people they're so passionate about these projects that they love, and to have some of that energy behind the first season of Twisted Metal is just so lovely. And it's really an honor that people like what we're doing, because we're just making it over here in a vacuum. We don't know. We're
Right.
just like, I think this is funny. I like it.
Yeah.
I hope other people like it.
I think it's one of those things when you go to Comic-Con or any of those cons, it's really interesting because so much of our career is being judged and ridiculed. So much of what we put out there is being, either celebrated or ignored or hated upon. To be able to walk in an environment where everybody is there to celebrate what you've done is so unique and so rare and so unusual, and it's such just a boost of morale for everybody in the room. For us to be there and see them, for them to be there and see us, is just really a magical moment. And I don't know of any other profession of anywhere else in the world, unless you're like a huge mega sports star, that you have that experience or that opportunity. So Comic-Con, I've been a bunch now at different times and different projects, and it's just the energy, the excitement. You can't really match it. It's the closest thing to being a rock star I think the average person will ever experience.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank
Thank you.
All right, I think we have time at least for one more. Let's go back to Martin from France, please.
Without spoiling too much, of course, do you have one moment this season that you're most excited for fans to see?
Yeah, there's some interactions between John and Quiet and Calypso that I'm really, really looking forward to people seeing. That's really all I could say about those, because anything else I'll just give things away, right?
Yeah, I'm excited for the Sweet Tooth has a really interesting arc this season, and it becomes very dark and very personal very fast.
Yeah.
So I think last season you got to see a taste of what Sweet Tooth is this season. And I'm really excited for the reveal and the journey of Sweet Tooth to be explored by the audience. I think it's going to be a lot of fun and very, very scary.
The finale is extremely satisfying. Let me say that. It's extremely satisfying.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's do another one with Felipe from Brazil, please. You're on mute.
I was muted. Sorry.
Ah.
It happens all the time. I mean, Anthony, I've seen that like in the first episode of the first season, there's a box of the original Twisted Metal game that is thrown over Evelyn. Have you guys enjoyed the game, but in the time, have you ever been fans of the game by the time?
When I was a kid, I played the game. I was never good at it. I would always be the first one blown up.
Me too.
And you know, the game at that time, it was so hard to control the cars and read the map, and it was just a disaster of like amazing proportions. But if you were good at it, everybody I knew who was good at it was really good at it. So I would always get mad and throw the controller or try and knock their controller out of their hands. But I played it a bunch when I was a kid.
Thank you.
Let's go to Federico, Argentina.
There is an old B movie with Sylvester Stallone and David Carradine called Death Race Year 2000.
Hell yeah.
And this season of Twisted Metal occurs during a tournament. I want to ask you about this particular aspect of the show and this season.
The tournament is incredible. And I think here's the thing. It doesn't take place over just one episode, right? Like the tournament and how it's structured is up to Calypso, and none of us know what's happening in the same way the audience doesn't either. And so there's going to be different levels of like how the tournament develops and is seen, and how you get to be just get to be in it,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Like, I mean, there's cutoff points all the time. There's many chances to die. And I think that's very reflective of the game. And I think, yeah, and just like it lasts a really, it's
a substantial
it's a
tournament.
substantial tournament. Yeah. Because I mean, the prize is a good one.
Right.
All right, thank you, everybody. We have run out of time. I'm going to move all you gents back to our holding room. I'll meet you